Tracks Series 1 and 2 by Matthew Broughton featuring a full cast. One of the best dramas on television or radio currently on offer, Radio Times. The most brilliant drama and really well produced, Dolly Alderton. Instantly compelling, The Guardian. We'll see about that. I read the reviews on Audible and was expecting great things, and for the first 3 episodes I wasn't disappointed, but then it went downhill. It's hard to say why without giving away plot points. Some of the characters seem monumentally stupid at times, especially when you consider the circumstances of the story. I kept thinking, nobody would do that, or who would say that? To put it in context, I was walking around a supermarket listening to this, and at one point I gave a big audible sigh at how ridiculous something was, and the person beside me looked at me strangely. In a nutshell, if you can say that about a series that went on to have 4 sequels, Tracks is a thriller mystery from BBC Wales, which is in itself of note, as very little in the way of dramas from the individual nations of the UK makes it onto the airwaves. Our heroine is Dr. Helen Ash, who witnesses the plane crash of her estranged father. Determined to find out the truth, Helen unravels a network of experimental medical cover-ups. Until you get to the main reveal in the story, where you find out the reason behind several things, practically nothing stood out as original. Nothing. Person X is introduced and you think, oh, I bet X is dodgy. And then later it transpires that X is dodgy. With Person Y, I thought, if this was a movie, he or she would be killed. And guess what? And with Person Z, I thought, if this was TV, we'd find out such and such. And guess what? We found out such and such. From episode 4 on, things go downhill. It's still enjoyable, but it doesn't live up to the promise of the first few episodes. On the plus side, the production values are excellent, the sound design is amazing, and the actors are all wonderful. Nothing can be faulted from that aspect. Unfortunately, the story lets it down. That was Series 1. Series 2, at least it's only 90 minutes. The second series is a prequel of sorts, set in the 80s. Again, it's difficult to criticize it without giving anything away. Again, it's not original. For the most part, I did enjoy Series 1. It had many flaws, but I still enjoyed it. The same can't be said for Series 2. It's full of cliches and stereotypes, and the main idea of the story, again, is nothing new. Series 1 had 9 chapters, all of which are about 45 minutes. Series 2 had 2 chapters. These are the omnibus episodes, as broadcast by the BBC. The original episodes were much shorter, about 15 to 20 minutes, which again tells you something, that the writer wasn't able to get a meaty story out of the premise. I was rolling my eyes listening to this most of the time. I enjoyed listening to Series 1. Series 2 I just soldered on through to get to the end. Would I listen to another dramatization from the BBC? Yes, I generally think they're excellent, but when I went to Audible to find my original review, I discovered that 3 more series had been made. I was half tempted to buy Series 3 and 4, as I do have fond memories of the show, but having read my review, I think I'll give them a miss. All in all, I'd give the show a 3 out of 5 and the cast a 5 out of 5. How about you? Do you like listening to audio dramas or do you stick to audiobooks? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as I release a new review every week. Thanks for watching.